Hi, my name is Tony Atwood. I run the ASA Arsenal History Society, and in doing that I tend to know a little bit about some of the things that happened on this day in history. And I couldn't help but notice that today is the anniversary of something that isn't widely recorded, but nevertheless is a really important fact in Arsenal's history, and that is, on this day in 1929, Herbert Chapman, considered by many to be our greatest or perhaps second greatest manager in the history of the club, Herbert Chapman resigned. Now, you'll know, if you know anything about your Arsenal history, that in fact that resignation was not accepted, but he seriously tendered his resignation, and he did so because the results of the club were in decline. Year after year, season after season, the club was just lingering in mid-table, and he wasn't able to get back to the glorious heights he'd led Arsenal to in his first season at the club, which was 1925-1926, when he'd taken Arsenal to the unprecedented position of second in the league. So Arsenal were sinking, and they were going to get lower. They ended up even lower in the season in which he did resign. His resignation was turned down, which was rather fortunate, because after that, Arsenal went on and got their first ever trophy, the FA Cup, in 1930, in which they beat Huddersfield Town, Chapman's old club. After that, Chapman went on and won the league twice, and that was his great contribution to Arsenal. He won the league twice and he won the FA Cup. But more than that, Chapman went further because he laid down the basis of the glorious team that continued right the way through the 1930s. After that, Joe Shaw won the league with Arsenal, and then along came George Allison, and he won the league twice more and the FA Cup. The 1930s were totally Arsenal's decade, and yet it might not have happened if that resignation had been accepted. I think it's something for all clubs to consider very carefully when a manager offers his resignation, and it perhaps might occasionally be better if the directors sometimes turned such offers down and weren't quite so ready to get rid of managers.